Hope Channel, changing lives.
Welcome and good evening. This is the Law Chambers, where legal matters are discussed from a Christian perspective. The name, Anita Delight. So this is episode 11, right? Season 5. We've been discussing business, okay? Every aspect of business. And we've been looking at not just business in its broad sense, but we're looking at some of the nitty-gritties in business and the legal bits in business. So we've taken procurement, we've taken finance, banking, investment, we've done communications, all that, auditing, and we've looked at them generally and we've looked at them legally, with a legal eye, okay? So you realize that we were not looking at just lawyers. We've had lawyers here, yes, but we've also looked at experts in their field as well. So this is episode 11. Hey, we're already running up. You know, up to episode 30, right? We're already running up. This is 11. 2 more to go and then we are done. And today, last week we spoke about communications. We spoke about CSG and SG. You know, it was an interesting discussion. And I had people calling me to say, hey, they never even heard of the third. I'm like, shit, that's what we do on this show. So today, we are going to look at marketing, we are going to look at IT, and we are going to look at digitalization generally. All these, we are going to look also at the legal aspects of it. Are there any legal things we should be looking at for in respect to these 3 areas? You bear with me that right now, business, IT is the ish, marketing is the ish. To go digital is the ish now. Should we all do it because everyone is doing it? And when we are doing it, how do we do it well? That is why we are here today. So if you have any questions, any contributions, please let's hear from you from 0559-680066, right? 0559-680066. Episodes, that's season 6 will be coming up maybe later part of this year. If you have any particular topics you want us to discuss, we are open. Okay, just let us know. So I have 3 guests with me. You saw the flyer. I have 3 important guests with me. The first guest, you already know him. He was here last week. And you realize how he was put on the spot and how he did so well. And you've seen his videos around and fans of the Aji fans part. And so let me just remind us who he is. Katache Junior FIFA. He is he's into marketing, he's into communications, and he has over a decade of experience when it comes to driving brand growth across West Africa. Most importantly, currently, he is the marketing and communications manager for LG Electronics, Anglo West Africa. That's he oversees Ghana, Liberia, Guinea, Conakry, and Sierra Leone. The others I've told you he's worked with important brands like Coca-Cola, and he cuts across, right? So when it comes to marketing, when it comes to communications, he is there. Kasechi.
Hi, Annie.
And then I just on show, we're off site.
Oh no, as you can see I'm still in the office. It was quite a long day, but I can't miss TLC for anything. So I'm here, even though I am not there in person, but I think we can connect electronically as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And so I have a lady with me. Obviously, she knows what she's about. For her to be seated on this chair, she goes by the name Anne McLean. And she's a seasoned digital marketer and business consultant with over 10 years, a decade of experience. She's into innovative digital strategies, data-driven marketing, business development, and sales. So one thing she does is she integrates a deep understanding of market trends with legal and regulatory insight ensuring that every campaign not only delivers exceptional ROI, but also adheres to the highest ethical and compliance standards. Very important. Don't forget the statement. We'll be coming back to it. Through her career, she's helped prominent organizations like Teledata ICT Limited, Capital Group, Corporate Success Consultancy. Her expertise in both strategic marketing and legal aspects of business is beyond par. Whether she's launching a new product, rebranding an organization, streaming digital operations, her holistic perspective and dedication to excellence makes her a trustworthy partner in achieving strategic business objectives. So if you're a business person and you are launching a new business, you want to rebrand, you want to go digital, she is one of the go-to persons to look out for. Anne, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Anita.
I hope everything is fine.
Yes, please.
When a few friends saw Anne, they go like, an operation. So I say,
yes. Operation Anne.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
You look a little young to have all those accolades. You started quite early.
Yes.
Was it your first job that landed you there, or you?
Okay, I found myself in sales, so I started in sales, and marketing came along. I mean, sales without marketing, they are twins, so they go along, and that's how I just fell in line.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And you're welcome again.
Thank you.
All right. So my third guest, when it comes to IT, so he goes by the name Samuel Iwaboche. Currently, he's the head of IT and digitalization with the Bible Society of Ghana. No, you're not going to preach. Today he's not preaching. He's not preaching today. He's going to talk IT and digitalization. Very important. He has over 5 years of experience in system administration, cloud services, IT services, project management. His expertise includes IT infrastructure, ensuring security compliance, and optimizing systems to enhance organizational efficiency. He successfully led the implementation of IT system policy such as disaster recovery planning, cloud migration, and cybersecurity measures. Cybersecurity, remember that word, we'll come back. In highly dynamic environment. His role as IT officer with the BSG, he has overseen critical IT operations including network and server management, IT security, support for business critical. You see, when it comes to IT, he is the man, right? Same.
Hi.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you,
make sure I'm saying, I'm a preacher. And then the IT in the door has it.
Certainly not.
Yeah, preacher. But I'll preach a
yes, I do.
Oh no, what Bible Society let me preach it there in front of me preaching. All right, so now let's zoom in. Let's try to understand. I am like you out there, IT, marketing, and I'm a field. But I think it's an interesting area because that's where the world is going to now. So if you don't understand it, try to understand it. So let's start from here. What is marketing? What is IT? When we talk of digitalization, what is it?
Okay. So from the IT point of view, marketing is basically selling of products, goods, and services. Digitalization, I would want to teach on this. Sometimes we confuse digitization to digitalization.
Okay.
There is a broad difference. So sometimes people are quite confused. They feel when they say digitization, that is what it means. Now, digitization is transforming.
Which one is that?
Digitization.
So there's no lie. Okay.
Exactly. So when you say digitization, it's basically transforming analog to digital. For instance, I would want to scan your document that you hold. Once I scan onto a computer and then I save as a PDF or I print or I edit, I have digitized the product. When I take a picture of you and I take it to the computer to Photoshop, to add some lights, to add some effects or animation,
To make it more beautiful.
Exactly. I have digitized that product.
Okay.
Now, digitalization or digitalization, it's using technology to transform business operation.
Oh.
So that's the difference.
Without the lie, it's just me being in my office and just scanning this and putting it. I've done without the lie.
Perfectly said.
But with the lie, it's a whole broad business.
Exactly. So when you talk about the lie, for instance, you look at a business operation and then, in fact, even the attendance entry, you would want to put an attendance system there. Their customer relationship, maybe they are writing on paper, manual receipt, you would want to automate it, you want to automate it into a system or give them a selling application to use. Their mobile device or their email platform, you would want to automate it, you would want to give them access. Even outside the office, they are able to access their mail. That way, you are digitalizing the operation. But if it's a single activity, then it is digitized.
That was a good one. Now I'm not confused those two. Now I'm also an IT person now. All right. So what are the types? Are there any laws in Ghana governing these areas? What should we look out for?
I think the other question that I didn't answer was the difference between marketing and then digitalization.
IT and then digitalization.
Yes, so marketing or digitalization, marketing relies on digitalization to enhance efficiency. So you want to sell some particular product, or you are a marketer, you are selling products, goods and services, anything that you are selling, you would want to use technology. You would want to use application, you would want to use social media, you would want to use CRMs, you would want to use some content relationship management to sell out there. So you could have anything that you want to sell. But the traditional way of selling would have been for you to be on TV, possibly.
I'll carry it on my head.
Exactly, or carry it on your head manually to go around. But now you can reach a lot of people or audience with a click through digital platforms.
And that's digitalization.
Yes, please.
So it means that marketing in a way can be done without digitalization, but it's more efficient and effective using digitalization.
Perfect.
Okay, all right. And digitalization, can it be on its own without having business entity with it? Like, can it stand on its own?
Certainly, because when we are looking at digitalization, we have different and various means and aspects of digitalization. So we are looking at either it is a production or a business focus, or we are looking at whether it is a customer relationship focus. So you could have a business that is basically data entry. So that way you would want feed from the people that you are interacting with. Someone too could have a business that is like social media, like TikTok, like Instagram, an interactive platform. That way the person is also focusing on people that are online presence, or giving audience to the people that are online. So if it's not mainly just selling or marketing, that you can relate it to digitalization.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so what are the forms of marketing? How do we market, the types and all that?
Okay, so as he said, marketing is a broad word. When you say marketing, it encompasses everything that we do to promote, advertise, to awareness, every activity involved in selling a product or a service with the customer in mind. So we have promotion, we have advertisements, we have adverts all over the place, TV adverts, billboard adverts. We have promotion where we add special offers to kind of push it and all that. So it encompasses all that. So the types of marketing, so as he mentioned, we have the two broad types are the traditional marketing, that's a physical hardcore market where you sell your tomatoes on your head on the street, you are going around, you're You sell your Kobe in the market, that's physical market. Or you go to office to go and sell your product as software, that's traditional marketing. And the digital marketing is when you, my surprise was that a lot of people don't know what's a digital marketer. What's that? They don't know what it is. So it's using online means, social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, etc. Using content management, websites, WordPress. You want to write a blog, blogging, vlogging is all part. You may think you are not doing anything. You are marketing. You are marketing yourself. Yeah. So, hey, hello, today I was at the beach. You are marketing where you were. So yeah, it's part of marketing. That's a personal marketing or personal branding. So it's also part of marketing. So those are the two broad types of marketing. Yeah.
Okay, so one thing, are there any laws governing these areas?
Okay, let him.
Are there any laws governing these areas, like in terms of marketing, in terms of, and then?
Yes, there are, and I must say that even last week we sort of spoke about some of them, not to just go over it. The Data Protection Act 2012, Act 843, Section 18(2). That says that the data subject shall be informed for the purpose of the data collection. So, for example, let's say a clothing brand website asking users to take a box for sort of giving their consent for their information to be used in promoting that same brand. So there are other laws that govern. So, for example, an example is the opt-in, opt-out system, right? So if viewers can attest, sometimes you get a pop-up notification on your phone from MTN or all these telcos telling you to subscribe to something. But underneath, they will also give you the option to say you want to stop or you want to continue. So those are some of the laws that are governed. You know, they are all forms of marketing. So through those means, they are selling their product to you. But then, as the consumer or as the person who's consuming that particular product, you have the power to give your consent to it for them to use your data for the purpose of which that they want to use. So those are some of the laws that backs it. So the Data Protection Act and also the Electronic Communication Act, which says a person shall not provide electronic communication service without authorization from NCA. So you see, the means through which we market, just as my colleague said, online, as a business or as a person who handles customer information and everything, you need to get an authorization from the NCA before you can be able to use gather all those information to help promote your product. So these are just a few laws that as a business we have to be aware of it. You know, in time past, we've been doing things just like that because there's a room that we are able to, pass through without being, caught by the law or anything. But if you really want to do your business compliantly with the laws of this country that we operate in, you really need to be aware of these laws and they are countless. Just for the time purpose, that's why I've given these three. As a business, you need to search and be guided legally so that you don't end up in any massacre or anything for your brand.
Thank you. So let me add, this advert has been vetted and approved by
FDA.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission or the Ghana
Standard Authority.
Yes, all of them. If you want to sell anything, especially now, it applies to anything. Of course, FDA started making it popular, like medicines, food. You have to get the stamp, and then before any advert you do, you have to write it there and say it's, So you can't just say, oh, I'm selling this medicine, like our local people. Oh, a drawaway, to me, cocoa, everything. Well, we know it's good, but go and get the approval before you can advertise, because if you are advertising without approval or certification, you could be banned, you could go, in fact, you could pay huge fines, even sometimes go to jail, especially when somebody has problems and complains about it. So that is one thing. And advertising, let's take internationally, for example. When you want to do a Google ad, like this is what I do digital ads. When you are doing a Google ad and you want to claim that, oh, I offer this service, they'll ask you, especially if you're offering legal services, they'll ask you, do you have any license? Provide license before you can claim to offer. If you're medical, if you say you're a doctor, now everybody said you have to provide licenses. If you say you are working on behalf of the government or offering governmental services, for example, let's say immigration. Let's say I help immigrants. You want to advertise on Google. Okay, Google is very strict with that. They'll log the ad until you give a claim that this documentation, I had it from the government. I'm authorized to offer this. Then they can allow you to advertise. And looking at advertising like alcohol, cannabis, weed is actually legal in some countries. So if you want to advertise, you go for the certification. And also influencer marketing. If you have an like a popular person who wants to advertise, in some countries, they don't allow them to advertise certain products, especially, so it's like
alcoholic.
Yes, we call it limited or prohibited products. They are legal, but it's not everybody you can, because some people revere those people. When they go and see, oh, this person is advertising this, oh, then I can also take it. So it's legal, but it's limited. So we call it prohibited products or activities. And also advertising to children, there are certain limits. And even on YouTube, we have even on TikTok and other platforms, we have the teens and then the YouTube for kids and all that. Yeah. The parents' consent is there. So you can't just go and advertise without, so all these things are part of it. And you know, as you mentioned, the opt-in, opt-out, very important. I mean, in some countries, they pay almost like $1 billion in fine if they don't go according to the data and marketing. I mean, Facebook, and they sue them every day. Every day you hear a new, because of one little thing. But in Ghana, I think we are coming up. It's gradually getting there. I mean, the herbal medicines are now going for approval. They are going to, so their medicines can go international now. So it's working. So we are coming up as a country.
So what we are saying is that with marketing, there are rules governing it. Yeah. So if you want to be in the market and sell, you know, we had the assembly lady here the last time telling us how you are supposed to do it and how you can have to come for approval from the assembly and all that. So that's the physical. So now we are looking at digital, and they're telling us that before you can go online, you just don't stand up in your bedroom and go online. First and foremost, what products are you selling? Have you gotten approval to sell that product? So that medicine in your room, if you're not going to FDA, please let it be in your room. Don't come outside selling it to people online. But let's say, for example, there are some items, let's say baby clothes, baby foods. These are items I didn't produce them. Like I bought them, I imported them to sell. So obviously it has approval already. Yeah. So if I want to sell these things, do I still need any kind of approval?
Yes, you still need to. If you're importing any food, processed, semi-processed, raw food, you still have to. Yes, you can just get the documentation from that country and take it to the Ghana Standards Board and the FDA. It will be easy because they've gotten some form of approval from that importing country. So it will be easy. You just go through the process and then they approve you.
So you're telling me that those people who are selling online, like the baby food, the baby clothes, and all that without approval, it's wrong?
Actually, in a sense, it's wrong. They are not licensed to.
Please don't come as far a job for us.
No, so it's partially, they are partially wrong. Yes, you have approval from that country. So that country protects you. In some countries, we have covering in Ghana. So you can say, oh, I have this documentation. And it is like Nestle, or, I mean, there are some international brands, they don't have it in Ghana, but when you import, you can just go and show your face to FDA, or you show your face to Standards Board and tell them, I have imported this thing. These are the documentation already. And they just...
Because I'm looking at businesses, let's say someone has opened a baby shop somewhere and selling these different items. Can this person go really and have every item in the shop?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
FDA is not that complicated. I have actually gone through the process. As low as 300 cedis. Even in rural communities, all you can pay is 50 cedis for approval.
I'm just looking at the time and the items, and there's a lot of work to be done.
To be safe.
Yeah.
If you really want to do big business, so that, especially if you are the sole distributor in Ghana, if you claim, if the company already has an office in Ghana,
or you are buying from someone to sell, and that person has to cover.
That one they are safe. But if you are the sole, it's a new product. Nobody knows about it. They've not gotten anything. They've not passed through FDA before. Just go for it, because you have become the sole distributor in the country.
Authorized distributor.
So can we say that
authorized distributor?
So can we say that the regulatory bodies for these are the FDAs and the Standards Authority, and are they the ones regulating marketing itself, or the product? The product. So then, do we have a regulatory body regulating marketing in Ghana?
So okay. You can go ahead.
I'll answer it in a different way.
Okay.
Then maybe she would come in. But we also have the National Cybersecurity Act that is also governing people that would want to use payment methods and all that. So, for instance, if I have a business and I'm selling and I would want to receive payment, there are certain some compliances that you need to go through to be able to have the authorization to be able to accept people's personal data. So I can't just create a website. I can't say I'm a developer, or you are selling a product and I come and I tell you I'm an IT developer. I can create a website for you and then I can start collecting people's data. No, there are some compliances that you would have to go through. And that is why most people would use third-party application, because they have been approved, or they are certified, or they are PCI compliance certified. So they are able to store your data. And like our brother said, in terms of data protection, they have passed and they are qualified for all these acts, and they are making sure that they are being compliant to some of these things. So people would want to use a third-party application like Flutterwave, like Paystack, like even your personal bank, regardless the bank that you are, you can ask them for their API, and then you can embed into your website to comply with.
So, Katashe, can a business owner learn basic tricks in marketing and IT and say, I want to do it on my own? Or do you really need an expert in the field to do this work for you?
You see, the airspace is broad, and for you to be very effective, like how my sister said, you need an expert to be able to grab the attention of your audience. Else, you just be in there, but your coverage or the space that you cover may not be too wide. People may not really see what you are selling. So when she was speaking, she made an example of Google Ads, contracting the work of influencers, just to boost what you are doing for the awareness to be created, and it will go very far. So I will advise that you don't have to do it on your own. You may do it on your own, but you may not, get that wider coverage that you need. You need an expert, somebody who understands the business of online marketing or digital marketing, because there are ways and means that they may crack, that they can get the job done for you very easily, so that you also get your product promoted very wide, and you also get the services of an expert. And they may also even draw your attention to these regulatory stuff. Okay, you may think that you are just selling something, very small, not too, big, not the likes of Coca-Cola or Nestle or anything. But maybe the law hasn't caught your leg because there hasn't been any wrong, or somebody eating your product and getting infected, or in worst cases dying or losing their life. If you are not vetted, or you are not given the authorization for you to do it, that's a very, very, very big deal. So I will advise that as business, regardless how small or how big, if you want to promote any kind of product or services, contract the expertise of somebody who knows it, and it will be of a great deal for you.
Okay.
Let me just add something little. You spoke about who regulates the marketing.
Yeah.
So as long as you have the FDA and Ghana standard, there are other things, EPA and other regulatory bodies, you can market. But as I mentioned, that the thing can be legal but prohibited, like weed. Of course, weed is not legal in Ghana. Let's just take alcohol. Alcohol limited, yeah. So you advertise at particular times. It was even passed a law that you can only advertise after a particular time. When assume that the children are asleep. Yeah. So there are certain one or two laws that have been chipped in to regulate the marketing space. Yeah.
So I hear what Katashe is saying, that we need an expert to really help you market your product. But I also think that you have to get somewhere before you can really bring the expert, because when you are bringing the expert, you are talking about money. So, and let's say there's this young person who is now struggling to come up. All of you are going to give me under a minute.
Okay.
How will you advise this person to promote his or her business? What are the practical things you can teach this person to do to at least promote the business, marketing-wise and digitalization-wise?
Okay. So if it's a general product, if it's something that it's already in the Ghanaian markets, you are just reselling, you may not really need so much heavy regulation, because probably it has already gotten approval for it to be in the Ghanaian space. So what you can do is to boost your digital marketing. There are various ways you can do. You can go on TikTok Live, you can do Instagram, various things you can do to get your sales or your market. But if it's a new product,
but how do you do that? So let's say, for example, I go to TikTok, I go to Facebook, I go to Instagram. How do I market my goods?
Okay, so the easiest way to do it, let me say that the fastest answer I can give is content marketing. We have something called content marketing. So if you are selling a bag, it's not every day. Come and buy my bag. Oh, 50 cedis. Oh, today I have a bag. Tomorrow, oh, come and see this red bag. Today is that is, we call that one salesy. You are being salesy. You are being pushy. Okay. It got to a time Instagram wanted to even ban putting prices on Instagram. I mean, I think that was pushback. So content marketing is when you are still selling the product too, but you're going to talk about, the advantages. I mean, red bag. How do you market red bag? Oh, this red bag, if you wear a blue shoe or green, I'm just being, it will really go. For this occasion, today we have, maybe there's an event, you just go there and probably maybe get somebody to help you market, and you say, okay, this red bag, can you see the number of people that are using this red bag? The advantages of having a red bag. I mean, there are so many things you can do around the red bag without necessarily saying, Come and buy my red bag, it's 50 cedis. Tomorrow, come and buy the red bag. People will be tired of you. So there are different ways you can offer you can put it service. Yes, you can offer. There are different means and ways to market it. We cannot talk about everything now. Yeah. But if anybody watching can just Google content marketing, how to go about content marketing of any product, it will give you some fair idea around it. But of course, to go deeper, you can get somebody to help you, like me.
You're right. Yes, like Anne, very important. Yes.
Yeah, like Anne rightly said, but moving to the digital platform, yes. I would advise that you do not, you start on all social media platforms. Don't just start with, I know Instagram sells a lot, or when it comes to selling, Instagram does well, but don't end there, because 5 years back, you would say that you sell on Facebook. Today, people are selling on Instagram, and some are also selling on TikTok. So don't stay with just one platform. Don't create your audience on just a platform, because time can feed in, and then they will not be relevant on that platform. So start with all the platforms. You can start with Instagram. Make sure you take beautiful pictures or videos. You can do reels on Instagram. On TikTok, there is a creator app, or Insight app, that you can go on TikTok and you search for TikTok Insight app. What it's going to do is that it's going to give you the top-notch keywords, hashtags that are being used. So you will be able to see what is trending. Always, have you realized that someone just pick a cap and then just puts on their head on TikTok and it's having over 1 million views? Yeah. Sometimes not necessarily what the person is doing, but because the person used certain keywords and hashtags. So AI is automating it. This is what is trending. So when you also use that trend to sell, sometimes it might not, you are selling a cap, but the trending hashtag now is a car. But you can still use the effect, you can still use the hashtags, and then you will be on the top leagues. So always make sure that you're using the right keywords, you're using the right hashtags, and then sometimes you would start and it is just 2 views.
5 people.
Another time you would post and it is 1,000. So never give up when you are posting and nobody is watching, nobody is liking. Some people, when you watch the people that are, anytime they post it's 140, they are in the 500 and all that. If you scroll down or you go down onto their profile, they used to be 20, 60, 50. But at a point, they were shut up. So make sure you are using the right keywords. They are following the trend. Because if you want to stay, like she's saying, you want to say, I'm selling cap, people are bored. Find something else. Sometimes you can pick an animation or a video that someone is selling a cap and something happened, funny, and then you start with it and you bring your product. These are some of the key
innovative,
things.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, and also from my side, I think you should understand the people that you are selling to, your target audience, and where you can meet these people. Are you going to meet them on Instagram? Are you going to meet them on TikTok? Are you also going to meet them on Facebook or any other place? Is it the traditional way that you have to? Is it the radios that you have to go on? It's not only, I know the digital space is more faster and more efficient now, but there are various brackets of consumers and where you can find them. Are you selling to a certain age bracket? Where are these people found? So you should know your target audience and where you find these people, and use all these strategies that my colleagues have talked about to be able to do it. And lastly, this is for your personal good. You yourself should learn about it, not only theoretical going into the classroom, but whilst you are using your phone, learn how other people have been able to promote their businesses and it's working. Take cues from them, learn for yourself, and you'll be able to do it. Then when you get the bigger wings, then you can employ the services of marketing.
Yeah, very important. Okay, so now let's move. I'm still within the marketing and digitalization. Let's move to the AI. What is AI, and how is AI changing the whole discussion?
AI is artificial intelligence. And fortunately for us, or unfortunately for some people, AI is a future. And so it is very key for us to be abreast with AI and where it is taking us to. I always advise people that AI, some people are afraid. Some people would ask that, what would we do tomorrow now that AI is taking over everything? It will interest you that AI automatically is able to learn languages by itself. AI can be automated such that you barely need human input. But I always say that AI is only going to replace people that are not able to use AI themselves. Because AI do not just operate. AI needs to be automated. It needs to be engineered. Social engineering. You need to tell AI to do something before it does. So you as a person, if you are a marketer, you are selling a product, and you do not know how to use AI to transform your business, to reach out to your audience, to create content, then you are being left out. Gone are the days we used to have sign writers. They were writing and all that. Now, I tell people that the difference between an average person or an influencer and myself as an IT person is what I would do differently, because my sister can now pick a phone and then put pictures together, put text behind them, and then boom, is able to create a video. But if you call yourself a videographer, you call yourself a video editor, or someone who does photo shoot, or a graphic designer, what are you doing differently from what the normal people are doing? That is where AI comes in to help you. Because if you do not integrate AI into your work, you will be left out. So now, if my brother or your sister is able to pick up the phone, go to social media, do transitions and effects, they are able to put in certain effects and all that. And you, personally, I call myself an IT person. What can I do differently from that person? Because if I call myself a graphic designer, and the average person is even able to just use phone to create effects, to create content and all that. So AI has its advantage.
So how will AI, or how can a business use AI in marketing or in promoting their business? How do you do that?
For example, first of all, nobody should be afraid of AI. Now, right now, for example, if I'm going to write a blog or an article, a long form, or even short form, I don't have to think of, hey, what am I going to write today? Like, every day you have to post content. So there are platforms I'm handling that I have to post 4 times a day. So what are you going to write? So all you have to do, go to ChatGPT or any of these platforms, put in your idea. I want to write on conservation of plants. This is what we do. This is how I want it. I wanted this length. I wanted this size.
That's the engineering.
Yeah. You give details to how you want it. The AI will bring it to you. And of course, you don't just copy everything, go and paste it.
Of course, you have to
you
review.
add, you review, take out some things, add your human touch. Okay, because some companies don't want 100% AI. You have to add human touch, do editing so that it looks human. So that one, it really makes life easy. If you want to generate a video, now we have things like in-video AI. All you have to do is type, I want a video of 2 ladies dancing, one playing the drum, blah, blah, blah. They will bring you a video with text, everything. You edit, and you post. So it has made marketing very easy. You can put your bag there. I want the bag to talk. I want you put your picture there. I want to be wearing this. I want to talk about this. We even have AI podcast where the AI can take your voice, have conversation with, as if you are 2 people, like a male and female, or different, based on how you prompt it, and it will talk about the current issue. Because
that's what's happening now. I see a lot of these on social media. One person talking with different voices and looking different.
And so the AI, it makes marketing simple. Now, even to take it further, we have ChatGPT. Now we have Agent GPT. So
like we move from the chat. Now we have another one.
No, it's part of it's part of ChatGPT. So instead of
because Chat crying, who we you? Now we have
the GPTs. Yeah. So we have voice GPT, past GPT. Now these are things that people create themselves. Yeah. Okay. So voice GPT, you say, okay, I want to create something that mimics these voices. You pump how you want it to do, the length, everything, and you create it, and then it does. Recently, somebody created Past GPT. Past GPT is all the passcode in the Ghana. Put it inside, answer everything. If anybody wants, you type, oh, passcode 1992. It comes the answer. Wow. So everything is there. We have different. We have agent GPTs work for you, so you don't have to post yourself. You just link your social media to agent GPT, and
it's also for free
for you. No, you pay something
that one
small.
Is okay. But the chat one is for free.
It's free.
Yeah. Yes. You pay something small, very small. So agent GPT, it becomes your marketer. If you want it to become your customer service, it receives phone calls for you. It speaks in your voice.
Frankly speaking, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs, irrespective of you being on top of AIs and all that, because what the AI is doing, 200 people are doing it now.
Yes.
So if you are going to use AI, it means you need just about 2 or 3 people to do it.
Yes, and
engineering, as you said.
Yes, so it then comes down to, if whatever you are doing, you do not learn AI, you do not learn how to engineer AI, you do not let AI become part of you. Trust me, in the next few years to come, most people will be made redundant, because if now business owners know that I can have AI as my secretary,
yes,
and tell AI that I'm going to court today, or I have a business problem. You engineer, you tell AI that I have a business problem. Someone bought my product, and then there's this issue, there's that issue. As my professional or legal advisor, advise me on what to do. AI will give you the perfect advice on what to do and what not to do, the legalities and everything. So if you don't know how to engineer AI, then you'll be left out.
That's if you know how to engineer it, and someone, because if a business has this and they need 20 people, if they have the AI and someone is good there, they'll just need 2 people to do it.
An example is what I saw recently on social media in China. Now, some of their buses do not have a driver, it does not have a mate. So if your brother used to be a driver and a mate, he is made redundant. The vehicle is using Google Maps or map automation. It knows that I'm moving from here to Kaswa. I'll stop at A,
internet and the accidents that will happen.
I tell you. But when you learn, you see, as AI is replacing jobs, new opportunities are coming up with AI. Yes. So just grab AI fast.
Exactly.
Even me, I have to attend courses. This year I've attended about 3 AI courses. 3. And I'm going to learn more. I'm going to apply more. So
I hope they're not theoretical, like they're very practical.
Oh, they are very practical, like this agent's AI. On my LinkedIn, there's this popular lady. I attended her. She's a marketer. So I attended her training. It was very, very practical. How to use agent GPT. How agent GPT can.
Are you pay?
It was for free. You see, one thing about this,
for free,
you can get free.
Yeah. Let me give an example. Zoom. Just some few months back, when we were having a Zoom meeting, you would have to pick a secretary to record.
Transcribe.
Now we have
they record and they transcribe.
Yes, exactly. So you don't need a secretary anymore. It does everything to you for you, and then you can even tell AI to summarize the entire meeting for you. Yeah. So there are a lot of tools out there that can simplify work and automate production.
This is the future, and I feel as if our laws catching up. Yeah, because I look at AIs and all that, and I feel as if our laws are redundant.
It's a bit. I think we need to revise our laws. For instance, if you look at the Data Protection Act that our brother mentioned, it's 2012. If you look at the National Cybersecurity Act, it is 2020. So 2012 and we are in 2025.
And new things are coming up.
Exactly. So I feel that they need to.
And leaders. So now let's move on a little bit to using licensed music and videos. Charlie, sometimes you are in your room and you are doing you are doing videos on YouTube, and then Facebook will tell you that they'll mute the video and tell you that. That this video you can't use, or this music you can't use. Yes, copyright. But we have a lot of people using them on other social media handles, and these are copyrights, and the people can sue you. And so if you're a business and you don't look into these things, you'll be there, you'll be business collapse. What do we have to say about that, Katechi?
Yes, so it comes back to, employing somebody who knows the grounds to help you with it. Else you do something with your normal knowledge about it, thinking that is the right way to do. In some countries, you may not be able to use certain music even for your for marketing purposes, because in that country maybe the copyright laws bans that particular music, or the owner of the IP, the intellectual property, has said that everybody that uses that particular song or what video or anything has to pay a certain thing for you to for them to benefit from what they use their voice or whatever to do. So you before you put out anything, I keep saying that you really need to get somebody to check it out for you. Not going to the Anita Delights for them to bill you more Ghana cities, but at least just show it to somebody. Am I doing it right? Is it that can I do this, or is it allowed for me to do it this way? Else you may even get your platform or whatever being stricken down. Maybe by that time you have gained a lot of followers, about 5,000 or anything, because of one single thing that you did that you were oblivious of. It may cost you big. So please, I will employ that every business or every startup, however big your business is, you need to learn, not only going into the law school or being called to the bar, but there are certain things that you can learn about your trade, the do's and the don'ts, so that if you go beyond it, it may not have to cost you big. So get somebody to re-look everything that you do, so that you will still be in the confines.
As if Katechi came for the lawyers today. As if you came for the lawyers today, we will not mind you. So how secure are digital marketing systems against data breaches and cyber attacks? Because that's one thing businesses are afraid of. And I know the businessman or woman out there is afraid of. Let's put everything on social media. We are marketing on cyber attacks. How secure are we?
In terms of security, you can't be, you can't say you are 100% secured or 80% secure. Even NASA was breached by an individual. So I believe that staying updated to current is what would help you, and knowing what to do. For instance, you are using a website to buy a service or a product, and then you see, for instance, after keying in your personal details and then your credit card information, and then it tells you, do you want to save the information for future use, and you click yes. Obviously you have exposed yourself out there, because any hacker that comes into your system will be able to. You are logging into a website because you are lazy. You want to save, most people would want to save their email passwords because they don't want to be typing it every now and then. So they just save it in a browser. And if we have a computer here, I can, in just 3 seconds, I can show you how I can view your password if you have saved any on your machine. So your data... Of
course, we save it on our machine. Why should we save it? What are you saying?
You see, that is a problem.
So every time we should be typing.
That is what I would always advise. Always use the traditional method. Never save your password. Most people are lazy. Or let me put
I say we are lazy. Just be upfront. Call us lazy.
I think most people do not want to be repeating the same thing.
Want to?
Some people don't remember.
Yes, and it is because it is not a constant thing that you keep doing. You've saved it, so 3 months, 4 months, it is still saved. Some people save their personal details, their credit card info. They went on Instagram to pay for something because they don't want to come back and then now remove their card and then key in the details again. They would want to save for future use. If any hacker gets into your machine, the first thing he's going to look at is your logins, and then once they have access to your logins, they have your personal information.
So now tell us how to quickly check off all our logins. How do we do that? So
you go to your browser and then you go to history and then you clear cookies or you clear your cache, anything cache.
Anything cache.
Yes,
anything
clear everything.
Okay.
It will remove your
Cookies.
passwords. Yes, please.
Cookies and cache.
Yes,
don't
please.
forget cookies.
It will remove your password and everything. And then the people that are doing online banking. So this is what happens. I sit here and I could see your card with you, and I can quickly take a picture, and then I can use it for fraudulent activity. So I can go, because I've stolen your data. Quickly, I would want to shop with it before you even go and block it. Some people do not even have the app to block their card quickly the moment they realize that their card is missing. But most app users, you have the access to block your card immediately. But just in case you do not have it, please make sure that you go to your bank and ask them to turn on or enable two-factor authentication, or MFA, multiple factor authentication, on your card. What it does is that now if Anne has access to my card and wants to use it on any platform, an OTP or an email, so you subscribe to both. Don't subscribe to just one, because sometimes you're out of reach, regardless whichever one, wherever you find yourself. So you subscribe to both. So what happens is that if Anne is now entering or keying or wants to use my detail online, the OTP, a key or a code, is sent to my email. She might not have access to my email, or it's sent to me as a text message, and I would have to use that one to authorize the payment.
Yeah,
so that stops Anne there and there. So most people have not, and it is free. You don't pay anything for it. So please go to your bank and then just tell them, or call them. Tell them, please, I want you to enable. You don't have to give them anything. You just have to tell them you want to enable. They will ask you for your phone number you want to link to your account, and then your email that you want to link to your account, then you are safe.
Wow.
At least a little bit safe.
Yes, at least one step safer. Is there any legal review process for digital campaigns before they go live? Are we supposed to, are there any?
Ideally, there are filters and there are AI automation by the platform itself. For instance, if you are uploading something naughty on TikTok, TikTok will take it down. Even if they do not see it, then they approve it. Later on, they will take it down and even warn you or caution you that you have breached the violation of copyright and all that. And if you keep on violating it, they will now block you.
That's a good one. So awareness of cross-border implications of our digital communication. I'm in Ghana. When I post it worldwide, is it possible that some countries will not allow my videos or my marketing? They'll stop me right there.
Yeah, so even with Google Ads, they have something they call limited reach. So they'll tell you this campaign will reach some countries, it will not reach some countries. For example, EU laws are stricter than US laws. So they'll tell you this campaign will not reach so and so. So you see the tag, the limited on it. Yeah. So you would know. And of course the warning also comes in. For Google Ad, I think theirs is like immediate. They'll suspend your accounts right now. And then they'll tell you appeal. So you appeal after some days, 1 week or 2, then they'll reinstate. Then you have to do that correction quickly. So it's happened to me several times. And this is a big campaign we are doing with over in a month we spend about $10,000. So when they block it, you know, like the number of calls I'll get, and then we are not ranking on Google. We are not ranking. Oh, sorry. I have to do pressure. Then before, I mean, there are a lot of things that, not even legally, but policy-wise.
Yeah.
You don't. If you are running, for example, a Google ad, there are so many policies that you have to learn. Okay, we'll not talk about everything now.
Yeah.
So many of them. So you just have to know the basics. Even on social media, Facebook, as you said, you posted something and Instagram warned you that they will not play this music.
Yeah.
So TikTok will tell you, choose the music that we have on the platform. Don't bring your own music if that music is copyrighted.
And that's making them a lot of money, eh?
Yes.
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 All right, so now my time is up, but you can hear the bells ringing, so you know that my time is up.
Unfortunately.
I told you that one hour it's up. It's more than
fast.
up. So everyone under 30 seconds, your final words. So I can teach you. Let me start from you.
So, what I would say is marketing digitalization is very powerful, but power without legal knowledge is very dangerous. You really need to know your do's and don'ts so that you don't step on where you are not supposed to step, for you to be struck down and lose a lot of efforts that you've put in. So creativity must meet compliance so that the business will win trust, loyalty, and long-term growth.
Thank you so much. Anne.
Yes, so with whatever you're doing, learn the basics. Go online. There are so many resources that you can research. Even using AI, go on ChatGPT. Find out, okay, I want to market this. How should I do it properly, legally? Okay, go online, do a research, pick it, and then structure your business that way. It cuts across business structure, your legal, even hiring. It goes across. Just find out what are the laws around it or the proper standards or policies around it. And if you reach a point where you've tried, it's not going through, the breaker is not breaking through, you just call an expert to help you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I think they have summarized it. So I would say stay updated, don't give up, and consult professionals where they are needed.
We've learned so much today. Digitalize. You understand these two, right? Please, I beg, don't confuse the two again. You are always holding your phone. You are liking people's videos and sharing people's videos over yourself. How are you promoting yourself? How are you promoting that business of yours? Are you on social media? Any of them? Can you have a store? That's good. You have a shop? That's good. You're in the market? That's good. Take pictures of the clothes and the bags and the shoes and post them. And two people will like them. As I said, 1 week later, you have 10. 2 years later, you have 500,000. That's how it works. It grows. You understand? So, AI is the future. Digitalization is the future of marketing. If you are not ready to go there, you might as well leave marketing. You can't say, so oton ade a bia obesu a oti so to market so ni ni aye but you see I be econo you call it digitalization meaning say nti uti fie kra na now the nyama na to social media ha no ti me nya po bimbo a san kwala nkete no mkuta phone kese no what market ti wo fi what phone kese mo no de ye de o ho no all like nkofo no share nkofo de mani fa u bags nyama o do wo market what to social media mo no promote you. We can't go for better to your money be. To see a honey a deco. Today, if you know, so but be a big market, maybe be a market. Oh, a wait today, if you know, or then your man by a fee. Yeah, mamma can help you. Intimium boy, you see, I need a future. No, I say, in the Colano Motato, one of the phones, they use some way. They am boy and hook a crack. Na intimacy, and I've said so much already. Please, next week we are going to look at human resource and admin matters. We are going to look at all that in the legal sense. It's very, very important that you are here. There's 11:30 we are done. 12:30 we are done with season 5. Already done with season 5. Remember that Atanya Mecha is my sign language interpreter, and he has Martin Ataki consult. Anything sign language. We are doing any event at all, please don't forget our people, our persons with disability. Don't forget them. let's put them along. And he is there to help. If you want to interpret anything, he is there for you. Just call his number, which is very, very important. He'll give you all the information. 0547949443 or 0502717373. And remember, need Tego's books. Call him on 0598430128. It's 100 and a CD per copy. Need Tego's books, so you remember right. Call me on 0598430128 for all your copies. So until next week, please stay safe and use that phone well, I beg. Use that phone very well.
Hope Channel, changing lives.
Mapera kodroi, mahodia so nyami. Ea matria kodroi, minimedia so papai. Sawa memua, maniri guasio. Sawa nsania ya dimiriko. Somimu, menkwaje buta. Obrano emua yedin, obrano ma yedin, mami asumfu. Esunu ma yedu, mami akwantrefo. Sombimu, menkwaji buta. Sobimu, papa, sombimu, menkwaji buta. Obrano emua yedin, obrano Mami asumfu, Numaya do mami akwantrafu. Tretre akwaya ni dasuni nani wu. Menkwaji ebuta, soemo, sombimbu. Menkwaji ebuta.